Hi, it's Kurinyanko here again. Welcome back. This week I got a surprise. That is my girl Angel got announced, or I should say Angel, which made me really happy. That took me extra long to do this trailer analysis, because I got a lot of things that I can talk about her. So let's not waste the time and get the analysis right now. And as usual, I'll leave a timestamp underneath so that you can skip to the places that you're interested most. Farsi is one of her ground normal that have decent reach. Since other characters far have been normal have a slower start up now, and her Farsi is still the same as KOF 14, which is a buff in another way. It might still not be special cancelable, but it will be good to use it as a poke and prevent opponent jumping at times. Closely is her fast, hard normal moves. It is a good combo starter and good for using as a D-throw attempt too, as it have a high hitbox that can potentially stop opponent jumping away, so it is a good normal move that you can rely on when she is at point blank. Her crouch C is a slow uppercut, but it launches opponent on hit, which is good for high damage meterless combo, but since it couldn't be whiff cancelled in 14 and the whiff recovery is really bad, so make sure you're gonna hit your opponent or make them block before you use it. Jump C is a cross-up only jump attack. Besides cross-up, you can use it to feint to do anti-jump low or throw, which is one of her main tools to open opponent's guard. Her crouch D is a long-range sweep. While it is a little bit slow, but it can be hit, block, or even whiff cancel. It doesn't lead to a lot of damage, but it lets you start her offense, either hit or block, while you reduce the risk of the whiff punish. Makes it one of her top poking moves. Her stand CD get a new complete animation. It seems to have a much better reach than the older one, so you might able to bait people and whiff punish some of the short range moves. Now it might lose the possibility to fish for a counter hit on jumping compared to the OCD, but I think it gives her something to cover she was struggle before, so I think it is a plus overall. Her C-throw used to able to throw loop opponent when they're in the corner, but in the recent beta test, all the normal throw does hard knockdown, and I'm not sure if that is the case in the final version, but in any case, being able to tag roll or not, her C-throw still gonna let her to add an extra layer for her corner pressures. Forward B is her only ground command normal. While it doesn't seem like it do that much on its own, but the first hit of forward B doesn't give pushback on hit or block, and you can cancel into down forward B or D for an easy high-low mix-up, or use unchained step or blow to change up the pressure timing to prevent opponent to do DP option select to beat the easy high-low mix-up. But one thing got to be careful is when you're using it as a block string from light attack, cause the startup doesn't change as a cancel command normal, so due to the startup is a bit slow, you will lose to 4-frame move and trade with 5-frame move. In 14, the X version of Red Sky had projectile invincibility, which was a good tool to go against zoners, and it was hard to punish on block due to the pushback, which makes it really threatening in 15, as she can do it anytime when you have like half a meter, and in 15 she get extra follow-up after it hits, so it dealt extra damage, which is good for Angel. Tornado is a quick startup special move that lets her cancel into Unchained move. It's also her main damage source, since she can combo it from light attacks, so you will be using this move a lot. But be careful, it does hit crouching opponent during combo, but it doesn't hit opponent while it's on whiff or block, so it will lose to crouching move like down B. Unless they have a higher hurt box like Dinosaur or Antonov, then it won't be a problem. Also, you can use it to fish for jumping, as it hits kind of high, and if it lands on opponent, you can dish out a lot of damage as well, so it is her key move for both combo and neutral at the same time. And Mad Murder is a slow startup command grab. When it lands, it launches opponent and allows you to do follow-up for potentially a lot of damage. And because of the slow startup, after opponent blocks a light attack and do Mad Murder actually works quite well, because without adjusting the timing, she will throw opponent after the throw invincibility is gone. It will also catch opponent if they're desperate to roll away from her high-low mix-up too, and that makes her even more scarier up close. As for EX Unchained Step, which is a command dash that allows you to do Unchained move while she is running, and in 15 it will hit opponent before she goes behind them, and that allows her to hugely extend her juggle damage potential in 15, also the potential to use as block string, and it will let players to be really creative with her. And that makes me really want to play her right now. And as for Feint, it is a straight invincible dodge while you're using Unchained move, and she can choose to go forward, neutral, or backward. And just like the clip shows, you can use it to bait reversal, and that will make her pressure extra hard to deal with. While it does have recovery frame at the end of the dodge, she can cancel the recovery to her Unchained Ender moves, or even super, to counter the opponents that will try to punish it. And as for Neck Cutter, it is an Unchained Ender, which is a jump command grab, and different to 14, it doesn't side swap in 15, which might make it useful during corner pressure. Blue Monday counter is a counter that will cover high and lows. In 14, it also have throw invincibility during the startup too, so we'll see if there's any changes in 15. And just based on 14, the max version actually start up from first frame, so you can use it to counter some meaty safe jump as well. And this is just a guess. At the end of the trailer, Climax were able to do OTG on opponent, so if you can Climax cancel Blue Monday counter into Climax, I think the potential is super high, if you know what I mean. And for Real Wraith, for the max version, it gained full invincibility during the startup on the last version of KOF 14, and that allows her to anti-air with it, even if opponent tries to empty jump at her to bait the Blue Monday counter. Also, due to the quick startup, you can use it to punish some move that is punishable but usually is out of her reach, so it is a useful super even outside combo. And for this combo, in 14, if you want to do more follow-up after Lariat in the mid-screen, you have to cancel Hammer Blow on the first hit into Lariat just like this clip shows. And this is your basic Angel combo, and you can get a safe jump in the corner as well. And this is her new combo route in 15, as Assault can hit juggled opponent, and so as EX step which mentioned earlier, which hugely extends her juggle damage in mid-screen. So this is her new corner combo, but its rolling only does one hit now. Since it still do hard knockdown, does it mean that I can OTG the opponent with Climax move? I have to find out when the game is out. So this is her usual combo from command throw in the corner. Nothing too special, but it's still good to know that she can still combo into super from her command throw. And at the end, they show this usual combo that finished with max version of Real Wraith, the Climax cancel that immediately cut out the animation. And because of this, it makes me wonder if her Climax is an OTG move now, as again, I'll have to wait for the game to come out and find out myself. Right, that's it for the analysis. Actually, she had a lot of changes, way more than what I expected. So based on the changes, I'm gonna make my speculation. Before I make my speculation, as a disclaimer, once again, I'm using my experience from 14 and based on what did the trailer show me to make these speculations. So please keep in mind that it might be a bit different to the final game. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So I'm going to talk about what I think of her changes, what she excels at, what she will struggle with, and overview at the end. So first of all, even Angel has some powerful EX move in 14, but she's one of the characters who didn't need max move to fight in 14. So I think she will work really well with 15 system. And with all the changes from the trailer, I can only see a lot of buff for her. They gave her a much longer range standing CD that she can bait and whiff punish some of the short range moves. Then they gave her more mid-screen combo route to cover what she was weak at in 14. Therefore, I think her offense is just going to be even more scarier than 14. And with 15 system, that she can use EX move anytime she gets half a meter. Besides just excels her offense, that's also going to help her to deal with some of her bad matchup too. So I'm expecting that she's going to do quite well in 15. Angel is really strong on her offense. Her ability to open opponent's defense is top of the game, since she have low damage, high-low mix-up that is not reactable, high damaging, high-low mix-up that is hard to react, command grab to deal with opponent that who is too focused on blocking or desperate to try to roll out of her mix-up, an actual unblockable, and guard break that leads to break damage, a command dash that can side swap that look exactly like her normal run animation, a jump C that specializes on cross-up, and double overhead from jumping. On top of that, after she successfully opens opponent up, she can always able to get some safe jump and force another mix-up afterwards, which makes her snowball really hard. And now that they let her to do more damage in mid-screen, she's even better as a point character, as she doesn't really need meter to put opponent in the corner for potential high damage mix-up, and opponent is not going to have a lot of meter to safely guard cancel away from her mix-up, so I think she will be one of the top point character in KOF 15. But even with free access to EX move and Shatter Strike in KOF 15, I still think her defense is going to be a bit weak, which I think is actually quite fair as her offense is really good. And because of her normal have short range, it's going to be quite hard to punish some of the moves that have huge pushback, and lack of far normal that is cancelable, and quick max is going to cost 2 bar. It's going to make her punishing even weaker than 14 in some cases. Also, because of the short range normals, it means that you really have to know which normals or move to anti-air depend on the distance and height, which is quite hard to be perfect, especially in intense matches. Also, she might be able to bully by some of the characters that can poke outside of her range, and even though if they're whiffing in front of her, she might be still gonna find it hard to whiff punishing it, which makes Angel is not really friendly to new players. So overall, Angel toolkit is very unique, that requires a lot of experience to be versatile and able to maximize her potential, while opponent can just hope for the best and just roll or DP out of her mix-ups, or against players that who actually understand the matchup, that will option select their defense against the Angel. But no matter what they do, she can always have an answer for it. And with EX move and Shatter Strike, she should be able to have options to deal with some of the tough situations and still deter back. So knowing your opponent's habit and understand how to use her toolkit to answer their habits on both offense and defense is even more important for her than most of the characters, as all her tools have pros and cons. But once you know when you can be creative and crazy with her, and when you need to be honest with her, then you can really mess your opponent up. And since SNK gave her more options to cover her weaker side from 14, I'm expecting 15 Angel gonna be even more fun to play. And after seeing that she get all these new toys, I just want to play the game now. So that's about it for this trailer analysis and these gameplay speculations. After this, I can go back to work on what I thought of the beta test, and hopefully I can upload it sometime soon. And if any of you still watching, once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.